Peace, peace. What up, though, everybody? Welcome to Detroit City. I'm your host, AHK, checking in on this Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? Sunday, y'all. Church, right? So I know this title is throwing a lot of people off trying to spell it. And I got that lately, this been the unspeakable name. It's like this name or this title has been all through the headlines, especially since the EP files came out and Homeboy was trying to connect with that entity or that, they say he called himself Baal. But today's video, I'm going to explain what that name or that title means, how it got all mixed up, and how fear is the main thing people are using to control or, run these narratives out here. So I titled this Ballin'. It looks like it says, because if you actually, let's actually get the real pronunciation of this name, because people always saying bow, ball, all this shit, right? But it's Baal. Ba. That's why it's an apostrophe in the middle. It's Baal. All right. But anyway, for the sake of the video, ballin', and also I gotta explain this is two different titles in this type, two different names within this title, but these names are actually titles. Baal and En, like Enki or Enlil, those are titles. That's why Enlil is Lord of Air and Enki is Lord of the Waters or Lord of Earth, planet Kai or Ki. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. The meaning of Baal and En. Both Baal and En are ancient Semitic Sumerian terms tied to authority, divinity, and social hierarchy, but they come from different linguistic and cultural systems. Baal, language and culture, is Northwest Semitic, Canaanite, Phoenician, Hebrew. Its core meaning is Lord, Master, Owner, or Possessor. The context and usage could refer to a human authority figure like a landowner or a husband, often used as a title for gods, especially the storm and fertility god Baal. In texts like the Hebrew Bible, Baal sometimes become a generic term for a foreign or rival deities, not just one specific god. Conceptually, Baal emphasizes dominion and possession, someone who controls or rules over something, land, people, nature. Now I'm gonna stop right there because we're talking about Baal and that particular guy that is supposed to be dead and now pop back up as PvP. You know what I mean? Connect the dots. He was referring to himself as Baal, and everybody got freaked out, like, oh, he's calling himself the old ancient demon and blah blah blah. He's connected with, and although homie was doing some demonic shit and all of this stuff, he's also very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's people act like uh I hope people understand that the most diabolical motherfuckers be very intelligent, like extremely. You ever watch those cartoons and it'd be like the evil genius before he was an evil genius, everybody, teased him or did something that made him dissatisfied to the point where he's like, I'm gonna destroy the world. Shit, the Yakub story. For anyone familiar with Yakub, you know what I'm saying? He got teased as a kid because his large ass head. And he, for some reason, he decided, well, shit, I'm gonna kill everyone in the black race. Y'all tease me, so guess what? I'm gonna create a race that's gonna rule y'all and basically be a physical devil that'll be smarter and better than you. I will prove to you. But then it also, if you believe in that Lord, because later on in lessons to say, yo, Allah gave him permission to do that. It was all set up. Yakub is really the original. He is the original man, and that was all. He dealing with science, Shabazz. But I'm getting off subject. But it's all relative because even when you go to Xenu and Scientology, they all have these stories that connect, and it all connects back to these stories that are of the Levant, which is Canaan, Hebrew, Israel, all of this shit. It's all that's their shit, but which all comes from the ancient Babylonian, and then before that, Sumerian. Which thus everyone's talking about the Anunnaki. Baal is one of those Anunnaki, believe it or not. Same with Yahweh. It just the language changed in that region. But prior to that, everybody was fucking with Enki, Enlil, Anu, Nana, or Ninarsag. Uh, uh, what's the Noah from that? Not New Demud. Is it New Demud? That would be Noah from that story. No, you got Gilgamesh, you got Enkidu, all of these stories. Then when the Bible get a hold of it, all these names change. You know what I'm saying? And some of the gods become demons, and some of the demons become prophets, and some of the, you know what I mean? It's mixed up because you're not gonna think a nigga named Timothy or Mark is bad, but something named Galgaloth sound crazy as shit. You like, oh, that's a monster, nigga. What the fuck? His name is Asgergar. And it's like, yo, it's a whole race of giants with fucking names that's crazy as shit, but they ain't fucking with you. They got their whole little shit. Someone told you them was your enemies, yo. You don't know how big you used to be. We small now, but nigga, you used to be fucking up shit. You see Dragon Ball Z, niggas had to be reduced to size or this planet wouldn't have survived. But anyway, so when you think about in the context of Homeboy was using it, me personally, I think he was using it just like that. Someone who emphasizes dominion and possession, because remember, he had shit on everybody. And he was all about getting into these financial institutions. He was smart as shit. I'll help you out with your numbers, blah, blah, blah. I'll get your numbers up. Boom, boom, boom. But all the while, I'm gonna need a favor from you. So he was doing the double meaning of the shit because he know religiously. See, I'm gonna tell you how ill these scientists is with this magic shit. See, there's practitioners who deal with magic like y'all burning candles and dealing with the elements. Respect, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm all for that. You dealing with the natural elements, and whatever you do, whether good or bad, you understand that there's consequences with what you're doing, right? I would like to think most people do. But let me tell you something about these scientists. They iller because they when you match science with that, because it is science when you're dealing with alchemy or any of these things. It's not for spook beliefs. And a lot of people bring these spook beliefs into what we consider magi or magic, whatever words you want to sit in Islam, we say sihr. We don't fuck with that shit because there's no need to. You already got it. You know what I mean? Everything you need is already here. But some people want that. They want to possess things. See, that's what people don't understand when we saying witchcraft. Oh, they fucking with Baal. Yeah, anytime you're trying to possess something or exercise dominion over something, if you're a landlord, you're a Baal. You see what I'm saying? You're a Baal. Let's talk about basketball, baseball, football. They all take place in different arenas, a field, a court. When you break the law, you got to go see a referee at court. Some people say judge, but there ain't no goddamn judge. If you know, you know. It's a referee. And what does a referee do? It's telling you this shit is a game. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know how to play it. And those who could play it good, they get a better salary and they become stars. What is a star? What is a planet? When you can answer that, that's when you'll understand the gods. We still call the fucking planets the gods' name. We say Jupiter, Neptune. These are Greek gods. These are Greco-Roman gods. Due to knowledge, we still use this shit and be thinking we getting away from it. How you gonna say I worship Allah or I worship Jesus, but you still say today is Monday, is Moon Day, today is Sunday, today is Tweesday or Tuesday, the Twins Day. Today is Woden's Day, Wednesday. Today is Thursday, Thursday. Today is Friday, Freaka Day. But you say you praise Allah, and you calling on entities every single day before you do your prayers. Before you, I ain't saying that. I know the brothers, the ox know really what's up. You know what I mean? They don't refer to that shit like that. But I'm saying for the most of us who live in America, we do. I'll see you tomorrow. We speak English. But what we don't understand, the English language is so jumbled up with so many different cultures and encoded words that you using spells every day. They teach us how to spell when we little. And I'm 46. I come from the era when we were still using cursive, the loop. Also, I come from hip hop where we were sampling the loop. You feel me? It's big, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. But don't be too spooked out. You know what I'm saying? Because you in it. You ate McDonald's before. You ate Burger King before. You ate all of this shit. Detox. But it's in you. You done been participating. You done played ball. You know how they be like, yo, make sure it's a level. The playing fields ain't level for black and whites. The field, the playing field. We can't win the game if, you know what I'm saying, y'all motherfuckers already got the upper hand. But what is the upper hand? They understand dominion and possession. So let's get into En. Language and culture, Sumerian, ancient Mesopotamian. The core meaning is Lord, priest, or high authority. Context and usage, a title for high-ranking religious or political figures. Used in divine names, such as Enki and Enlil, often implies a sacred or priestly leadership role, not just ownership. You hear that? Not just ownership. Conceptually, En leans more toward spiritual authority and sacred leadership rather than material ownership. The key difference: Baal, Lord as owner, master, control, possession, and dominance. En, Lord as sacred, authority, priesthood, divine governance. Why they feel similar? Both cultures use Lord type titles for gods and rulers, but Semitic systems like with Baal emphasize power over domains. Sumerian systems within emphasize cosmic order and priestly mediation. So that is the biggest difference between Baal, someone who's in that energy of Baal, which we could see what's going on right now with this war. Both of them, not just Israel, not just America, all of these motherfuckers, they all under that shit in some form of fashion. And a lot of things, another one that y'all keep mixing up with Baal is Moloch or Molech. There's Malak, there's Molech, Malaika, Malaika, Melech, Melechim. This word, depending on how you pronounce it, see, this English shit will fuck you up because people are like, that's Malak. I know dudes named Malik, Malik, as we would say Malik, but that's still a form of Malek, which means king. It means king. See, now we getting back into how shit can be. What kind of king are you? Just like what kind of lord are you? You know what I mean? Are you a lord of possession, dominion, or are you a king of darkness or king of vow and all of that? You see what I'm saying? But it just means king. So when y'all say, oh, they were sacrificing children to Malak, that's their king. They were sacrificing kids to Baal. That's their lord. It's not a name. It's a title. It's a title, bruh. That owl you see in that one particular spot, that's a form of Baal. That's their lord. That's a form of Malak. That's their king. The fucking, what's that shit? The Olympic torch. Nigga, the fuck? That horse in Denver. Like, what I'm saying is it's still caveman shit. And those of us who are of the En, you know what I'm saying, of the sacred, the bloodline, who know we're descendants of the gods, don't let them pull the wool over your eyes and have you scared of your bloodline. They've been here. The gods been here. Your people, or not people, but your creators has been here watching you, guiding you. In this case, particularly Enki. Those who mess with Enlil, cool, but I don't mess with Enlil. Enlil is the demiurge. You know what I mean? When y'all start getting into that whole joint, you know, if you into Gnosticism and all of that. But that was your boy. They wanted to be the only one, and like, nah, my brother is the devil. You know what I'm saying? That was Inky that came as the serpent, telling them, like, no, you will not for surely die. You will become as gods. You will know what we know if you eat from that. It's giving up game, you know what I'm saying? But again, it goes off perception. All I'm trying to tell you is don't get so spooked out when you hear that title or when you hear that name. Just look at the actions of people. Look at what people do, and you can tell what category they fall up under. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that'll be like, I'm king such and such, or yeah, I'm God. But when you look at their actions and how they move, you like, I know what kind of king you are. I know what kind of God you are. I don't judge, but we just know what sides we take in this court. There got to be 12 on this side, 12 on this side. You know what I'm saying? So we come together as the 24 scientists of disagreeable and agreeable, and we make decisions. But as you can see, we let the monkeys get out of I'm sorry, I ain't mean to be disrespectful, but we let test tube babies get out of control and playing with our titles. And now the shit is all out of whack, and people don't know who's who. So the real lords got to step in. We allowed you to do this for 6,000 years, and y'all kind of exceeded the time. Get out the seat, bro. It's time for you to move. The gods are back. We in here. You know, we be like, we in here. We lords here. That's what it means when we say we in here. We eat in here. You feel me? We in here. We're the lords of here. So with that being said, I want y'all to go back and do the knowledge to everything you've been told about El, Beelzebub, because when you go and check these Canaanite deities, you will see a lot of them got mashed up, especially Baal and Zebub. Zebub is the daughter of El. Did y'all know that? Zebub, Zebub, right? Now, when you add Zebub with Baal, what do you get? The Lord of Flies. The Lord of Flies. And that has become one of the names of the devil. We say Beelzebub. That's weird. How can y'all pronounce it BL, but y'all don't pronounce it Baal? You say Baal, but you don't say, oh, some people do say Beelzebub. Beelzebub. Yeah, I remember that when I was little. Beelzebub. Yeah, man, they've been trying to scare us with this shit since we was little. Lucifer, a loose cipher. You know what I'm saying? A loose cipher. Ugh, that sounds nasty. A loose cipher. What the fuck? But yeah, pause that. But yeah, man, they've been trying to scare us for a long time with titles that we don't even give a fuck about. That's not even a region. You can't scare me with Asher or whatever the fuck you want to call it, because I don't call it that. You know what I'm saying? And especially in today's time, what y'all would call the devil, we'd just be like bitch ass nigga, hoe ass nigga. You know, scary, throw the rock, hide your hand ass nigga. Can't say shit to your face ass nigga. That's what we would call a devil. Unseen force, not seen and heard. You know, the whisperer. You know, that's a simple ways to refer to this fool. You know, and how he move. You know what I'm saying, and use others as minions. But at the end of the day, it could be a man, it could be a spirit, but a spirit needs a body to become Lord here in this realm. Did y'all know that? There is no force that could rule this physical plane without first possessing a physical form. That's how it becomes Baal. So when you hear my man saying, I am Baal, he probably was the physical form of that. And his name is Epstein. Y'all ever did the knowledge was I did a video before of what that name, Stain or Stein. It means stone. like Bernstein, the Bernstone, which is amber stone, Einstein, you know what I mean? You do the knowledge. It's going to trip you out how all of them are related to the stone, whether you say the philosopher's stone, the black stone, the wet stone, the black rock. It goes on, y'all. But now that we know. Just chill. Just chill. Be you. Because it's effortless. It's natural. It's going to take place. You just got to stop fighting it, because at that point, now you're the adversary. You're the accuser. You understand what I'm saying to you? You going against the grain and don't even know it. Somebody told you that your own self is, and they right though, but in the context of how they present it to you is wrong. But your own self is your own enemy. There is no enemies on the outside. No one even exists on the outside. Truthfully, you're the only God that exists. All of this exists because of you. Everything you see in your world is there by the law of your consciousness. It can change. You can't remove it. You can't change your life. You could change everything about this motherfucker. Epstein who? Donald Trump who? Iran, Iraq, whatever war. Where? Not in my world. Well, you stupid, nigga. You gonna die like that. And I'll be back. I never went nowhere. I never left. What are you talking about? I just keep coming back, saying the same shit I'm saying now. Well, prior to, I wasn't talking like this. It's only when everybody fell asleep. And I'm like, nigga, get the fuck up. I only came here to wake my brothers up. Like, nigga, we came here to have an experience and we got stuck in this bitch. Party time is over. It's time to go. We got other shit to do. That's all. That's all. Y'all niggas down here creating monsters and what the fuck really going on, nigga? Y'all niggas create TikTok and like, bro, y'all distracted. We came here to mind go, fool. We got planet died already. You know what I'm saying? Many planets died already while y'all was here having a good time. But hey, history repeats itself, right? This is where we at now. Everybody's having a good time doing what they do. And the fucking planet is like, yo, I'll kick y'all off before I die. And the rest of us are here to aid that. I hear a lot of people talking about Tiamat. We're going to get into that too. And what that really is. What that energy really is. You know what I'm saying? And how you beefing with something because you disrespected it that was here before you. It tells you that in the Bible. God moved upon the face of the waters. Some was in the water watching God hover above this bitch. Why? Enlil hover above this bitch like, nigga, this is my planet first. The fuck you doing? How y'all just gonna come? That's how they felt. How y'all just gonna come here and take over our shit? And there was wars, And now we'll be like, the reptilians, eating us, man. No. They eating our babies. I got something for y'all, and I'm about to get out of here. For y'all motherfuckers that eat chickens, you eating baby lizards, baby dragons. Nigga, they don't play about that. They can sense it. You eat they babies, nigga, and we've been doing it for how long? That probably was the first thing niggas ate back in the days. The prehistoric inky do. Like, give me a big ass chicken. Let me roast that motherfucker. As soon as you roast it, them reptilians, one of us is getting roasted. You know what I'm saying? But surprisingly, yo, I'll tell y'all, Anunnaki, same shit. You the same shit. It's in you, bro. Stop denying your reptilian heritage. But y'all think y'all just all Yeti? I don't know what do niggas think they is? First of all, like what do people think they are? First of all, if you think you human, you really got it fucked up. If you think you mankind, you got it fucked up. Some of y'all are mankind. But I'm talking to the melanated people. Like, if you think you any of that shit, yo, you gotta go back to school, man. You gotta go back to school. And so I'll be the one to tell you. If you think you mankind or humanity or human, I say that. Get that shit out of here. Man is mind, right? Woman is womb of mind. Let's not get it twisted who built it. and we built it together. One can't survive without the other. Two minds coming together, we're gonna collide. We're gonna bounce ideas. That's how men do. It's like, well, well, I think such. Nobody's receiving. That's why you need the womb of mind to be a receiver, you know. And when I speak on gender, I ain't talking about physical. This before we even hit the physical. That's why we manifested in two different genders, because that was the law of polarity. That was, well, I ain't gonna get into that. The law of genders and shit. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good Sunday. Don't let my ramblings throw you off. Hopefully to give you something to think about, and especially if you're a churchgoer, whether you leave in church or you about to go. Hopefully this will have you crack that mug open and see with a fresh pair of eyes. And if you somebody who already up on this information and you feel like, you want to chat, build, I don't debate, all of that. We could kick it though. You might have something to share and add on to. I'm all for that. But those who may be like, hey, why you say this and do this? I'm all for that too. You know what I mean? Y'all have a good one, man. This is Detroit City. I'm out. Peace.